right, well, that was rude, wasn't it? I got cut off earlier, but that's all right, because that gives me an opportunity to test out a couple of new openings. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the music is a little different. The opening was a little different last time. I'm testing a few things. I reached out to the community and I said, hey, can you help me with some details, an intro, an outro, some background music, and the community provided, and it was awesome. So let me know whether or not you like laser eyes. Cue the laser eyes. Boom. All right, so there's laser eyes. Or if you like the more like subdued, like a little more professional intro, looks a little kind of techie or something, doesn't it? Maybe a tech retro, I don't know. Cue that. Boom. I like saying cue that because it makes it seem like there's a big production crew or something here at the Crypto Nerd Studios. But no, it's just me. It's just me hitting the buttons, people. All right. Anyway, this is the part 2, but you know who I am. I'm the real Monty Allen, and I am your crypto nerd. Hit hashtag Algo News. You're a day late and Algo short. This is part 2 of yesterday's Algorand news, and I guess was the weekend anyway, so there was a lot of news, and I want to cover some additional things that are outside of the normal news cycle. A couple of things I just want to remind you of. So number 1, ISDA has this this group that we are a part of, but it's the technology company that is a part of this, and I think a lot of people forget that Algorand has 2 separate parts. There's the foundation, which handles a bunch of the tokenomics, and they did that strategically, right? So the attorney said, hey, for compliance purposes, we need to have this group be in Singapore because the U.S. has not a lot of clarity as far as, what's legal, what's not. Is cryptocurrency treated like a currency? Is it treated like a security? What is it? How do we treat it? And a lot of folks claim jurisdiction over cryptocurrency. And so it's murky. It is definitely gray. So I think it's easier for them to say, okay, well, let's have that overseas in Singapore. So we'll separate the companies out. So the foundation is over there. The technology company is here. So when you see Kelly talking about things, Kelly is not in charge of a lot of the foundation, who gets what money, grants, that sort of thing. Algorand that she works for is the technology company. So just remember that. So Algorand that Callahan works for, they're working on traditional business relationships. So think of that, like business-to-business relationships. And I mean, those are cryptocurrency use cases, but it's still business-to-business use cases. All right. Let's talk about Rove. So Rove put out a few months ago, June 24th, top 7 cities to watch for the multifamily CRE investing, and CRE is commercial real estate. Now, I've talked about Rove before, but they're getting closer and closer to coming out with their product, and they have what has been, I don't know, I guess you would call it the MVP. I downloaded their app, so you can't actually invest on it yet, but I was able to download the app, plug in my information, and someone there at Rove is like, who the heck is this crypto nerd guy, right? Because it's for typically, professional investors. And, I just straight up put my crypto nerd name in there. And so, they've got properties that you can look at there. You can't actually put any money in there, yet they're in the testing the waters phase. But they are looking for accredited investors, and they are looking for a lot of someone's to invest in some commercial properties. And they've got some interesting properties there. So I looked at some properties. Most of them seem like they're kind of in the Midwest. But they do have an interest in Atlanta. Look at Atlanta here. So they've got, they did a story here, the top 7 cities, and Atlanta is their first one. Now, I don't know if they're going to go through city by city and just say why it's their favorite, but they were talking a lot about how Atlanta's growth has gone in, the Hollywood of the South. They're talking about multifamily commercial real estate. And really, when we talk about commercial real estate, it could be multifamily properties. Meaning, you may hear somebody who's been in the industry a little bit talk about doors. Like, I need to get 100 doors. And so if somebody's talking about doors, they know just enough information to like get in trouble typically in the commercial real estate world. But there's also mixed use, and there's also just business purposes. So you can buy like a strip mall. Mixed use is usually like a condo or some kind of maybe a condo-tel or something like that, where there's businesses downstairs and there's apartment style living upstairs. And it's like an enclosed community type of a scenario. And a lot of these urban areas have them. Atlanta is no different. So there is significant opportunity in Atlanta. And we'll see what happens with Rove. The app looked pretty intuitive. It was pretty easy to get on. It was easy to update my information. They've got some social media aspects. You can follow a few like investors. They've got some local talent there that you can take a look at what they're investing. I think a couple properties there. One in I want to say Ohio, maybe something in Colorado. There was half a dozen properties there that you could take a look at and see if they were available, would you invest in them? And you can say, yeah, I think I would invest here. So they're really just testing the waters at this point in time. But I've said it again, and I will reiterate it here, that the way that they are going about it is interesting, because they are in some cases letting you leverage your cryptocurrency. So you can put money. And they're associated with a bank, which may be why they're looking for accredited investors. But so it's very secure. They've jumped through a lot of hoops, so they are extremely compliant. And versus residential properties, which are still very compliant. The lofty stuff is individual single family homes, but Rove is commercial investing, so it's just a different scale, a different type of a transaction. I'm not sure which one is better. Honestly, I think there's a spot for both of them. This market for real estate is so wide and so vast, and these two don't copy each other at all. They're not in each other's territory. One is completely different market from the other one. So there's a lot of room for both of these companies to exist, as well as Pocket Properties and a few of these other ones. Vesta, that is they're up and coming. There's a lot of room for these to keep going. All right, something fun here. So let's talk about the adventures of the Algo Gang originals, because this guy right over here, number one, he's wearing that orange shirt with the Crypto Nerd logo. So remember that. All right, and then let's go look over here. So September 19th, we have an event that I'm hosting with Darren and Alien Pride Art, who is the artist of these NFTs. So Darren is kind of the author of the story and the bios that you've seen, and Alien Pride Art has produced the artwork, obviously. And on September 19th, we're going to have a giveaway. If I can get one, I'm going to give away one of these swappy orange shirts with the Crypto Nerd logo on it. You can take a look at that and see what you find there. It is going to be an interesting event to go through with both of these folks. We're going to have a couple of run-throughs, but man, the stories, they just released bio number 2 for some like a quasi-villain. The stories are well put together. They're entertaining. They've got a fun community that's growing. Look, they've got this NFT giveaway, I think, that's going on here shortly. There's some cool stuff going on. All right. Speaking of cool stuff, all right, this is the Hemp Blockchain, and I don't know where I'm going with this. So I emailed here Pamela Hanratty. I emailed her. I think it got stuck in spam, or she doesn't like me very much. I don't know, but like, this just goes to show. This came out a while ago. This is July 9th, but I just want everyone to know that we've got the dopest blockchain on the market. All right, people. Now, this is the Hemp Blockchain. They're really just talking about the logistics and how to track this. And there's some interesting benefits of growing hemp. Now, what she happens to be talking about is the non-THC hemp, ladies and gentlemen. So before you get too excited, I think this is I think they're in New Mexico, where, in any case, they are talking about using hemp to absorb carbon dioxide. And they're talking about, hey, 1 acre of hemp can replace a huge amount of like natural forest. So as we're losing forest due to fires and human interaction, then we might be able to place it with hemp. And hemp is also useful for lots of other things, clothing, paper, lots of other things. Non-THC people, hemp has a lot of functions. So go check them out. The Hemp Blockchain, they haven't done anything in a while. Pamela didn't hit me back yet, but I still think this is a dope project. So go check them out. All right. I think this is probably the last thing I'm going to cover today. And I got cut off earlier, but it made sense because I had enough information for 2 days worth of stuff. So two videos, about 10 minutes each. Headline Crypto. They're raising money. They want to see if they can get approved for Series A. And a while ago they got grouped up with the the blockchain, Texas Blockchain Council. But then they posted this picture of their whiteboard. And I'm trying to figure out like what they're doing, who they're working with, and check them out. So they're working with Reach. Okay, that's cool. They need some help with their video stuff. All right, I got you guys. What else? Multi-sig, NFT fetch, Algo Post. So Algo Post was a project that was in existence not too long ago. Actually, when I first got into the space, I wrote an article or maybe two for them, and then I think it was just busy. They weren't funded. Not like an Algo Pulse or something like that. It just wasn't too institutionalized yet. Now we could probably like fire that thing back up and get a grant or something now. But in any case, these folks are talking about doing some kind of an airdrop over here as well. So it's interesting to see that Headline Crypto is making some moves here, and we may see them kind of start to actually post some information and some news. Now, Headline and Forum, they're doing a drop. I think it's on September 1st. So that would be Wednesday, the same day we're doing Algo Fest. So go check them out. I think it's going to be in their Reddit, I want to say. Yeah, I think it's in their Reddit, how they're working their drop. So anyway, go check them out. They're a product that I haven't spoke with a lot. And at various times I went and checked out their website, and it was, aggregated information. It wasn't terribly up to date, but it looks like they're coming alive and they're moving this thing along, and it's coming out of just like a holding pattern into, hey, we're making progress now. And I like that. I like that we have Algo Pulse, we got Headline Crypto, we got all these other projects. We got like 700, 800 different projects. And there's been word that, we need some way to kind of go through these and see which ones are legitimate and rank them and group them. Like, how many DeFi projects do we have? How many NFT art galleries do we have? How many, exchanges do we have? How many real estate crypto Algorand, groups do we have? And so I've been thinking about this, and I think Algo Pulse might be putting together something. If they don't do it, I've been thinking maybe I'll use the Crypto Nerd website to group these things together and kind of at least, I can't go through and rate all of them, but I can kind of group together a bunch of them in different categories, and I think the community would like that. In any case, if you feel moved by that, post in the comments. Otherwise, let me know. Did you like the laser eye intro, or do you like the other kind of techie, kind of standard intro? They're both cool. They're both from the community, and the background music's from the community now as well. So let me know your thoughts. And I'm sorry I got broken up into two sections today, but you know what? It's all right. You're a day late and a dollar short anyway. So there you go. Crypto Nerd out. Have a great day and stay safe.